All right, we're going to talk a little bit more about Robin Stuckey's involvement in a minute. I want to talk to Trisha. We appreciate you being with us today, and you are, I guess, a potential homeowner under this program. What are your feelings on this? I have to imagine that in today's economy, you're pretty excited about it.
Oh, most definitely. It's just an awesome program. I feel like I'm part of a family when I go to the classes. Met some great people. I do my hours mainly through the thrift stores due to being a single mom of 3 and can only do it on Saturdays. So I've come very close to the workers at the thrift store, and I absolutely love it. It's just that sense of pride of being able to have a house to call home.
And how far away are you from having that house to call home?
I have roughly 50 hours left to do of my sweat equity. I actually have reached the goal to be able to close on a house. I'm just waiting for a house to become available.
Trish, let's talk about the traditional program. I believe I looked at your website this morning. It was traditionally 3 and 4 bedroom homes. Mm-hmm. What has that changed with this foreclosure rehab situation that we've been talking about?
You know, actually, we're still sticking with those guidelines of looking for 3 and 4 bedroom homes, vacant properties that are sitting out there. Some of these aren't even foreclosures. Some of them, the builders just walked away. They said, you know, we're in too deep and there's no way of getting out right now. And so what we've been looking at is homes that have been built or lived in less than 5 years, fairly new, but we're looking for a home that is, as it sticks with our habitat model, is affordable to homeowners. We're not out there purchasing up, very expensive homes in these big properties. We're looking for safe, decent, and affordable. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant. So 3 and 4 bedrooms, about 1,800 square feet. That's what we're looking at.
And Trisha, I would assume you're not looking for extravagant. You're looking for solid, dependable, and a little cozy place you can call your own.
Exactly.
And do you have any idea where that home may be, or do you have an inkling of what you might be getting?
I got approved for a house in Cape Coral, so it'll be somewhere in the Cape, and I got approved for a 3-bedroom.
Cool.
And that's a really neat thing also with our program is that our homeowners can come in and say, I'm looking for a home in this particular area of Lee County, and that's where I'd like to live, and we'll try to match them with their preference. And so, like in Teresa's case, she said Cape Coral. We're going to go out and find her a Cape Coral home. If it's not something we built, we're going to find one to buy for her.
Tell me about the time frame difference, Trisha, in getting a home built from scratch, where you have to buy the property, get the slab poured, get all of that, all the stuff that goes with building a home from scratch, as opposed to finding a foreclosure or whatever you want to call it, rehabbing it, and getting it ready for occupancy. Has that cut down the time frame to get these folks in?
Absolutely. It typically took us about 6 months to a year to construct a home. Sometimes if we wanted to be ambitious, we could do that in 3 months. But, rehabs, within a month, you can purchase a rehab and get your crew of volunteers in there and have that fixed up and ready for a homeowner. So we're talking about a big difference here, 30 days versus 90 if a group of volunteers was really adamant. It's a big push. 6 months to a year is more likely the case with us. And so we've definitely seen a big change in the way we do things. And the other thing is, with our volunteers, we don't need as many on rehabbing these foreclosed or vacant properties. So it cut the number of our volunteers down, but it also cut the time as well.
And when you're talking about rehabbing, I'm guessing that in many cases, if it's only a 5 or 6 year old home, you're talking about new paint, maybe some new flooring, carpeting, something like that, as opposed to a complete structural makeover.
Absolutely. When you walk into a house like that, you're going to put less money into it as far as rehabbing. That's what we're looking for. We want the best bargain. We want this to stay affordable for our homeowners. Whatever money we put in, we've got to charge our homeowners that to get it back. They pay the at-cost value. So we want to keep that low.
That could
Mary?
also expand your volunteer base, which is really exciting because in my personal case, I might not be able to put in electricity in a home, but I would be more than happy to volunteer to paint a home.
Right.
And I think that there's lots of people who are looking for a volunteer opportunity. And so, if you don't have to be a certified technician,
Right.
you could volunteer.
There are things there are levels now that everybody can do in a rehab as opposed to a ground-up construction. We're going to talk to Roger, who has a question about the thrift store. Go ahead, Roger.
Hi, I was just wanting to know that I'm familiar with some of the thrift stores that Habitat has all around the U.S., and I'm kind of wondering if this thrift store here locally, are they just for building material and can anybody go there, or is it just for like Habitat homeowners?
Oh, very good question. Yeah, actually, our thrift store is open to everyone in the community, and we actually invite them to come in and shop with us because all of the money out of our thrift store goes right back into building homes. So we encourage many folks to come in and shop with us. And it's not just building materials. We have Robin Stuckey in house with us today, and they donate quite a bit of their furniture to our thrift store. So we've got plenty of home furnishings as well as the building materials in our thrift store.
All right, Roger, thanks very much for the call, sir. We appreciate it. Again, we're talking about Habitat for Humanity's new program in Lee County that is fixing up foreclosed homes or abandoned homes, vacant homes, in order to sell them to low-income families instead of building from scratch, which is cutting the time frame down considerably. And to ask a question or make a comment, give us a call at 1-877-GCU-TALK. That's 1-877-428-8255. Ryan Vulcan, let's talk a little bit about Robin Stuckey's involvement, particularly since Roger just asked about the thrift store. A lot of your involvement is with the thrift store. Tell us exactly what Robin Stuckey does to help with the Habitat program.
Sure, Jim. We obviously the thrift store is one of our primary connections, and it's a natural connection for us to donate furniture. And in turn, it goes back to Habitat. Each week, we have about $500 to $1,000 worth of product that is donated and picked up by Habitat from our Fort Myers location.
What kind of donated stuff?
Anything from sofas, chairs, cocktail and occasional tables.
And who donates it?
The Robin Stuckey product, as well as product from our clients' homes that we've donated, or that they've purchased new furnishings, and we've picked up their old ones and donate them as well.
Go ahead.
And with that in mind, actually, as you're talking, Ryan, I think that we've got maybe an idea that we should throw out here. We just talked about volunteerism and how important that is in the community. We also need to talk about donations and how important that is to Habitat for Humanity. So since Robin Stuckey has been a partner for many, many years, it just occurs to me that since we are in this economic circumstance, maybe what we need to do is something that we'll throw out as the Cash for Couches sale. How about that?
No clunkers, just couches.
No clunkers, just couches. And I've been sort of communicating with our executives while we're in the midst of this program, because this is just tremendously exciting and we care very much about it. So how about this? What if we say, trade in your old sofa or sectional at Robin Stuckey. We'll donate it to Habitat for Humanity, and in one of our usual weekly donations, we'll make sure that it gets there. And in return, we'll give you a $100 credit for your purchase of a new sofa at Robin Stuckey or a new sectional at Robin Stuckey. You know, let's do it for a week. You've got a television program coming up that we're hoping to talk about a little bit. Let's do it for a week and see whether or not we can get the community behind us here. If you need a new sofa, there are hundreds of people who need an old sofa, and Habitat for Humanity is the place that we can really make a difference.
And anyone who knows Robin Stuckey's product knows that an old Robin Stuckey sofa is probably better than anything I've got in my house. So
quality does matter at every level.
When we say old or used, we're still talking a pretty high-end product here. Let's talk to Jason about the maintenance program that Habitat for Humanity also offers.